And this is what Kendall Jenner had to say. For almost 4 years, I've been on a journey to create the best tasting tequila. After dozens of blind taste tests, trips to our distillery, entering into world tasting competitions, anonymously and winning, 3.5 years later, I think we've done it. This is all we've been drinking for the last year, and I can't wait for everyone else to get their hands on this and enjoy it as much as we do. At Drink818, coming soon. Now,
OMG, right? I am so offended. I am so triggered. This is the most offensive thing in the world. The level of appropriation, the caucasity for Kendall Jenner to call this 818. I don't care about the tequila stuff. I don't care about the alleged cultural appropriation. I mean, I'm offended she just named this after my hometown area code, the 818. Shout out to Granada Hills, San Fernando Valley. But for real, like, you naming after the 818 as if you're one of us, as if you're one of the people, okay? You got Kardashian money, you can't sit with us, okay? Like, you have so much money, you can buy your own area code, okay? You can't just be naming it the 818 as if you're one of us. I said, bitch. So hey, what's up you guys? So I'm coming here with another video. As you can see, I'm doing another cancel culture video, and this is about Kendall Jenner bringing out her brand of tequila, calling 818. Let's get into it, yeah? But first, of course, if you're new to my channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch, hey Mitch, all the Mitches, and pretty much I like talking about what I talk about. So, current events, reviews, and pop culture within the scope of entertainment, culture, and purpose. So, TV movie reviews, social political commentary. Be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video. Alright, so getting into it, shout out again to my friend David for bringing this to my attention. So pretty much Kendall Jenner is doing her own tequila brand, and people are canceling her because it's tequila, and people are calling this cultural appropriation, like how dare she and all this stuff. You know, we'll go into like the Business Insider article about it, but for my channel, again, I like talking about cancel culture, right? And I think this is kind of like very low tier. As far as recording of this video at the moment, it's not getting a lot of attention, but there's people talking about it. So I figured I want to get ahead of the curve if people do end up talking about it. And when it comes to cancel culture, I figured this right now is kind of like low tier. Like, I don't know if people care about this enough. When it came to Gina Carano, like, a lot of people were talking about it because she has a high, well, I suppose our profiles are pretty much similar, but it was a more larger Twitter storm, or the woke people trying to attack Gina Carano. But when it comes to the tequila stuff and cultural appropriation, I think this is pretty weak as far as cancelization. So I'm on the side that we shouldn't cancel her. Like let her do whatever she wants to do, really. Like, in the article, Business Insider, it talks about like Nick Jonas, Dwayne Johnson has their own tequila brands. So if they're not being canceled for this, she shouldn't be canceled. And I agree with that. So again, with cancellation, I think this is very low tier. They're like, again, people are saying like this is cultural appropriation for her to make tequila, whatever. But it's like the naming of it is very low, like 818. It's the area code. It's nothing like offensive. There's nothing here that is really appropriating any culture. This actually also reminds me of the video I did last year about Barcata. It's a winery up in Washington, D.C., where a group of guys decide to name their bar winery after Barcata. Barcata meaning a Filipino word, a Tagalog word, meaning a group of friends, right? And so they were trying to get canceled for this and all that stuff. And so I agree, they were willing to do, like, check out that video and you can see what my arguments, why I thought they should keep the name Barcata. With that said, let's just go into the article and just check out the whole thing, what's going on. But first, also, I kind of remind people like the cringe 2017 video, which Kendall Jenner did the whole Pepsi commercial, which she can bring unity with a can of Pepsi, which it was really stupid. This is so cringe. I can bring peace with Pepsi. Yeah, power, yeah. Okay, so just I'll link the video below so you can see it, but it was so cringe back in 2017, okay? So even before like BLM had big riots, and even they had protests, peaceful protests back in 2016 with the whole Ferguson and all that stuff too. But like this was kind of like people got attacking Kendall for this commercial because it was kind of like diminishing any kind of like peaceful protests in general, and you're just like, brushing it off as if it was something that you can make a peace offering with a can of Pepsi. So she got in hot trouble back in 2017 over it. And so that's so my point is, I don't really follow Kendall Jenner and Kendall Kardashian, the Kardashians in general. It's just not something, but you know, they're very like marketable, I guess, like they're very successful with all their marketing, I mean. And so yeah, but I'm not too big of a fan of what she does. And so yeah. Alright, so going back on topic, from Business Insider, Kendall Jenner faces accusation of cultural appropriation after releasing her own tequila brand. So, going through here, Kendall Jenner announced that she'll be launching a tequila brand on Tuesday, but not everyone is happy about the news. On Instagram post, the model confirmed that she is working on her tequila brand named 818, presumably after the area code for Calabasas, California, where she grew up for 3.5 years, tasting and developing the product with an unspecified team. So she's lived in Calabasas for 3.5 years, and she's calling it 818. Okay, well, like you didn't, like, you only lived there for 3 years and you want to call it 818. Like, this is bitch. All right. Further down, they say the supermodel joins a growing list of celebrities who have their own tequila brands, including George Clooney, Nick Jonas, Dwayne Johnson, and everything. Like I said, like, if people are attacking Kendall Jenner about this, they should be attacking all these other celebrities for doing the same thing. So it's really stupid. Some are accusing Kendall Jenner of cultural appropriation. Commenters on Jenner's Instagram announcement and others on Twitter say that model launching a tequila brand an example of cultural appropriation. Something about, okay, and this person coming from this Twitter user, La Mesa que más apluada. Something about Kendall Jenner making tequila rubs me the wrong way, one Twitter user wrote. Like the idea of white celebrities taking from local Mexican artisans and profiting off of our traditions and agricultural businesses, yet only visiting Cabos and Puerto Vallarta for vacation spots. So again, people kind of like upset about this and all that stuff, right? And so going into this one, not everyone sees a problem with Jenner specifically launching a tequila brand. Some social media users are confused by the backlash to Jenner's announcement, citing several non-Mexican celebrities who come out with tequila brands in the recent past. Not a huge fan of Kendall, but Nick Jonas, Dwayne Johnson, or Rita Ora, and Adam Levine have also made and continue to make tequila, and no one seems to have a problem with that. P. Diddy and Jay-Z aren't Russian and make millions off of vodka. Y'all like to pick and choose. 100%, right? And so I'm glad some people are pushing back on this type of thing, and that pretty much kind of like runs, and this pretty much runs the meat of the video, you know. And so like I said, I like talking about cancel culture, right? And for this to be canceling Kendall Jenner for making her own tequila brand, like, again, this is very weak sauce when it comes to alleged cultural appropriation. I don't think this follows under that. And so, you know, there's when people talk about cancel culture, you know, like, what's the purpose and everything, and one aspect is cultural accountability, right? And so this one does have very little to do with anything. Like, she's more than welcome to create her own winery or whatever, or brand of alcohol that she wants. Like, there is not anything wrong with this. And like this person mentioned, like, other people have done it, so like, you should attack them as well, or not attack them all together. And then also making the point, like with P. Diddy and Jay-Z making Russian, not being Russian but making vodka, right? And so I think that was an excellent point. And so yeah. Also, I kind of want to go into another YouTuber talking about this. Again, not a lot of traction here, but I kind of like his commentary, so I'll throw it what he would have to say and then talk about it.
Bored, like, what exactly is the reason for people to just randomly come up with things to be offended about? Another Twitter user writes, Kendall Jenner starting a tequila brand with zero knowledge on Mexican culture and calling it 818 tequila is gentrification. The 818 does not claim Calabasas. What about those smaller family-owned Mexican tequila brands? They deserve the hype and support. First off, you're kind of assuming Kendall Jenner doesn't know anything about Mexican culture, and so for that reason, I'm going to have to cancel you. You can't just be assuming that about people. Honestly, I don't know what Calabasas is, and I really don't care enough to look it up. Okay, so I saw that video, and I kind of just wanted to throw that in real quick.
just for the whole 818 portion, like, so I had to look it up. The 818 also covers 747. So it's a mixed area code area, and then again, Calabasas is just one of the many cities in the greater Los Angeles County, and I just thought that was funny. He mentioned that, and then the whole breaking it down, wrapping it up again. Like, I'm half joking, but I'm more offended that she actually named it the 818. Like, you know, like, you can name it after another brand, something that that is something that is more closely to you. Like, she said she lived, like, if the article is right and I'm reading that correctly, she only lived in the 818 for like 3 years. Like, it's not like she has a heavier ties to it, and so, like, I don't know, that's just my personal take. Again, as far as cancel culture goes, this is very low tier, and I don't know if this is gonna get picked up by anyone, but again, I do want to talk about it because, and also, I do want to mention what he was talking about in the beginning, where he's like, do you guys just want to pick and choose who you just want to attack and over? Because when it comes down to this cancel culture stuff, and I have said this over and over with my other cancel culture videos, like, this is getting too much, okay? You guys just want to pick fights and be the most extra and most loudest about arguing and complaining about the most trivial things, right? And so, and this is low-hanging fruit, okay? Like Kendall Jenner, which I really don't care for already, is naming an 818 brand of a tequila. Like, again, she can do her own makeup and all this stuff. So I don't care. So yeah. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about all of this? Is this as trivial as you guys think it is? And so, yeah, comment below. You can follow me on my Instagram at HeyMitch. You can follow me on my joint Instagram at It's Mandatory Fun, where I do other videos for my friend Jen. Parlor's back. I'm on Parlor, Maverick Mitch, AMVRCK Mitch. And then see you next video. Thanks for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I tap into the bloody bottoms is on the knee. Cause all my niggas got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my G. I remember getting them all.